Hey team! Welcome to my first vlog! A lot of people have been asking me for a very long time to have a YouTube channel and do vlogs, and I've wanted to also, but the hard thing has been that I just don't make videos a lot. I stream on Twitch, but I don't do a lot of video production. So vlogging was I don't know, scary to start. But I'm here, and if this video is on YouTube and you're watching it, it means I did the thing, so. If you don't already know me, my name's Pepper Raccoon, and I'm an illustrator and an artist, and I live in New Zealand. As you can see, I live in a pile of my own filth. And part of the reason for that is my partner and I bought a house late last year, and I have my own studio space, which is this room. I don't sleep in here. This is my dedicated studio space, which is really exciting. And so I thought maybe my first vlog could also be a way for you to get to know me through organizing my studio. I just got new furniture, and I'm gonna put it together today and then move it into this room and get all this nightmare. And there's more over there, and there's some over here, all that nightmare out of here. So that is what I'm gonna be doing today. And as we go along, I think we'll probably run into some stuff that I can kind of talk about what I make and how I make it and why. And I also think studio spaces are really nice to talk about. Most artists are very lucky to have their own studio space. Not everybody gets one. I haven't had my own studio space for kind of a long time, so it's really nice to have my own room. I've always kind of shared a room with somebody or been shoved in the corner of my living room, or just kind of had to make art wherever and whenever, which has been great, and forced me to be really creative with how I work. But now that I have my own space, I can make it how I want. So let's do it. We did it! Oh my gosh. I've never had the opportunity to decorate a room with any kind of even medium budget in my life. So having a space with shelves and nice things that I care about on them is really, really awesome. As you might see from some of the stuff in the shots that I've taken, I'm really into plants and I love dead things like skulls and furs, and just studying nature in general is something that I'm really excited about as an artist and as a person. I also love gardening, so, you know, it all kind of ties together. But yeah, I thought I should tell you some more about myself. I live in Wellington, New Zealand, which is an amazing place. It's kind of at the bottom of the North Island of New Zealand, and I was actually born in Auckland, which is the biggest city at the top of the North Island, and raised in the States. So I sound like an American, but I'm not anymore. And basically I moved back here as soon as I could. I left when I was 2.5 and had no memory of the place. And my whole life, it was kind of this mystical passport that I had. So when I finished university after like a year, I moved here. And I went to university at the California Institute of the Arts, and I got a fine arts degree, which may be useful. Maybe not for the money it cost. I don't know. But it turned out fine. So yeah, I live here with my partner, and I have a little art studio in town that I share with a bunch of other cool creative friends of mine that I go into half the week, and I do my client illustration there. And then 2 days out of the week this year is a very new thing. I basically come home and I work in this studio and I work on the things that I'm excited about. My goal is to move from doing client work to doing my personal work, like making enamel pins and stickers and art prints and all of the things that I love to make for my business. So that's what I'm trying to do in 2021. My goal is by 2022 to have shifted the vast majority of my business to my personal stuff. Let's see how we go. What's in the works for me right now? Basically, I've got a few things going on. I have just ordered my first batch of enamel pins for 2021. Been making enamel pins for 4 or 5 years. And I've kind of been like honing in on what I like to make. So I'm very excited about this next batch. I'm designing some new stickers. I'm going to start doing a lot more kind of sticker packs and little treat bags and secret little gotchas and things like that that people can order. What else? I got a zine fest coming up. Yeah, there's a bunch of things. This year in New Zealand, we don't really have COVID as much of a problem as the rest of the world, which is a huge privilege. So you'll hear me talk about events and it'll sound weird because I can go out without wearing a mask and hang out with groups of people, and that is not something that everybody gets to do right now. So I'm very lucky in that regard, and the creative community in New Zealand is definitely kind of firing back up for 2021. I'm locked in for 2 different art events at the moment, which is a zine fest and Overload in Auckland, which is like an anime and manga event, but they also are really open to lots of different kinds of artists coming along, and I've done it before and it was great. So very excited to be going to that again. It was canceled last year due to COVID. And then Palmerston North Zine Fest and ChromaCon is going to open up at some point for applications, and I'm very excited to apply. That's my favorite event. If you're not from New Zealand, it is our only indie arts event. Like, we only have this one basically that's dedicated to that. And it's every other year, and it was supposed to be last year and it got canceled. So everybody is just like frothing for like a ChromaCon. So I'm really looking forward to doing my second one. A little bit more about my art. I'll definitely show you some now. I kind of have a bunch of different focuses. I don't believe in specializing, and I really never have. I have like 7 or 8 different kind of areas of income in terms of like the types of work that I do for clients. And I also kind of jump around in terms of what I do for art. At the moment, like, I'm working on these little guys, which are quite cool. Every month I take a biscuit, like a New Zealand biscuit that either I haven't tried or that I have tried, but that people recommend. And I turn it into a character on my stream on Twitch. So this is the butternut snap turtle bear. Butternut snaps are like chocolate covered crunchy oat biscuits, and I had never had one before. And they're really good. So I drew this little guy for January. And this is my February one, which is a ginger nut, which, if you're not familiar, is a ginger snap if you're from overseas. Ginger nuts are like a staple in this country. So this is my ginger nut antlered squirrel, and he has ginger root antlers. So I do these kind of fun, cute illustrations, but I also do quite a lot of spooky, more serious, exploratory kind of work around the concepts of like darkness and death and how those things can be positive catalysts for change, is something that I'm really positive and excited about. So that's like, yeah, that's kind of where my head's at the moment. So besides my kind of private art practice, I also stream on Twitch, as I've mentioned. I stream on Twitch twice a week, and I would love it if you would follow and subscribe to me on Twitch. I love talking to my fans and my friends and my audience, and it's just a lovely time. And I usually I'm doing kind of Twitch specific projects at the moment, because I'm not working on a larger kind of library of work at the moment. But last year I was working on my big ink illustration pieces, and those took a long time. It took like, 7 or 8 streams. And so I'm doing things that take a little bit less time, so that we can kind of finish stuff and all feel good and do a high five and then move on to the next thing. But yeah, it's a really good time. Come through, hang out, say hello. Don't be shy. I'm actually real friendly. And yeah, Twitch has been great for me, actually. It's been really validating. I think a lot of people find the idea of streaming like scary, and I get it. And I was really scared when I started. I was super, super anxious and trying to think through like every possibility. Like, what if this happens? But in reality, it's been so positive. I just have a small audience right now. I'm really hoping that it does grow. But the people that I have in my audience are like the nicest human beings, and the chat is so wholesome and funny and great, and I just love it. So it's actually been really good. And I have written a free zine that's on my website that you can download if you're somebody who is creative or just interested in getting into creative streaming. It's for free, and it's called Fuck It, We're Doing It Live. And it's just a cute little intro to what you need to stream, how to get your head in the right place, a little checklist before you get started, and that kind of stuff. And you can just download it. If you want a paper copy, you can order one. Either way, totally awesome. But yeah, I think streaming is an amazing, amazing thing for artists, and I'm definitely going to talk more about it in another YouTube video. So if you're excited about that, let me know in the comments, and I will move it up my roster of things I need to do. So definitely check me out on Twitch. In my future vlogs, I'll definitely talk more about like what's going on exactly in that time, and try to shoot some more video of me like out and about doing things. I've got a zine fest in 2 weeks, so I'm definitely going to try to shoot a little bit of like phone video while I'm there. Maybe I'll bring my camera. Actually, it's a really good idea. I'm not used to having a camera, like a real deal, I have a mirrorless Canon M50, and I'll just like take that with me and take some video, and I'm like, I can do that! In case you haven't noticed, huge dork. But yeah, I'm going on a road trip with friends to Palmerston Zine Fest, so I'll definitely take some video from that. And yeah, I'll try to keep my vlogs kind of up to date. I think I'm probably going to do one a month. Try to do one a month. We'll see how we go. Sometimes things get crazy and it might not happen. Maybe it'll end up being quarterly. But I'm definitely going to do some other videos as well. So follow my channel. Follow, like, subscribe, and I will try my hardest to make good things. And if you have an idea about what you would like to see me do on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. I'm so keen to have input from other people. I'm definitely going to do speed draws. I'm going to do time lapses from Procreate. I'm going to talk about streaming. I'm going to give some tips on materials, talk about pens, because I freaking love pens. Maybe I'll review some stuff. whatever you want, just let me know. I'm really up for it. So thanks for checking out my first vlog. I hope it was okay. I'm really new to this. I'm really excited about it though. Turns out it's actually really fun. And I will see you next time. Be well and stay trashy.